Coming up on the sports news, we have got one great show for you as we're going to be talking a lot of things that are happening not only in fall sports but summer sports as well. But we got the headlines coming up next. Those are powered by the Red Zone in Madison over on Regent Street and Conan Automotive in Stoughton. The headlines straight ahead here on the sports news on Channel 57 Sports. Always good in sports to talk about a winner, and you can't do more winning than the Madison Radicals have done this season, and now that's extended on into the playoffs as we bring in the GM and head coach of the Madison Radicals, Tim DeBile, who is with us today. And Tim, holy cow, what a game on Saturday night. You guys have almost a 3-hour rain delay, then go ahead and beat your rivals, the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds. How you feeling today?
I feel really good. I mean, there was a lot of pressure. We started practice in January, so it's been almost 7 months, and you know, it just felt good to get that game over. And that rain delay didn't help. You know, we were on the field for an extra 3 hours basically waiting to get the game on. And then kind of going into the fourth quarter, it was tied. And we kind of really finished them out in the end. But it was a really great game.
Rain delay or not, boy, I tell you, you guys don't lose at home. 31 straight home wins at Breese Stevens Field. Now you get to carry that into championship weekend, which, by the way, is at Breese Stevens Field. So you guys got to feel pretty confident about going into that weekend, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in championship weekend 3 years in a row, and we've kind of come away without winning all 3 years. And so, I mean, we're riding that 31-game home winning streak, and teams have to come to us, and you know, we get to sleep in our beds and everything else. So we're pretty excited about that.
So now those teams that are coming to you, who are those teams that are going to be there as well?
So the first game on Saturday, it's going to be the Dallas Roughnecks against the Toronto Rush. And then we'll play in the second semifinal game, and it'll be us against the Seattle Cascades.
Excellent. And I know Dallas, there's a lot of hype surrounding them too, so should be great. What other events are going on as well for championship weekend?
So there'll be a lot of stuff on sort of on the grounds. We're bringing in a 300-foot zip line that'll be running along the back end zone, and people will be able to do that. It'll be a $5 donation to the MAC Fund, basically suggested donation to do it. We're going to have a dunk tank. We have a couple of throwing events going on, some charity stuff. So it should be a really good time. There's a couple of kids clinics too. If you go to the ADL site, you can sign up for kids clinics in the morning and an advanced clinic before the game for players in high school and college. So I think we're going to have a lot of stuff. The stadium should be packed pretty much the whole weekend.
Sounds like a great weekend, and you guys have made it, I mean, every single year, 4 years in a row that you guys have been to championship weekend. You've come close. You haven't won it yet. Why is this weekend or the championship weekend going to be different?
Well, we'll have our home fans. This is the first year we'll be playing in front of our home fans, and last year I think was the closest we got, and we were playing San Jose in San Jose with their home fans, and just that last 5 minutes of the game we couldn't close out. And like last night, the game was really close, and suddenly the fans were really into it, and we just kind of pulled away. And I feel like that's where the fans really matter the most, that last 10 minutes of a game where everybody's really tired and exhausted. And last night it was really late, and just getting that extra push from the fans helps a lot. Speaking
of those home fans, any message you want to deliver to them before championship weekend?
Please come out and support us that weekend. We really need you, and it's been amazing that we have some of the best fans in the world, and I just hope that they can come out and push us to a victory this year.
Absolutely. Tim, thanks for being here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car. All right, go ahead and flash a big smile, wave those pom-poms, and give me an M as we bring in the Madison Memorial cheer team. Well, at least the head coach and the captain here to tell us what they've been up to during the summer as we got Laura and Vicky. And ladies, thank you for joining us, and tell us, hey, what has the Madison Memorial cheer team been up to this summer?
Well, we've been practicing new things, like we've been conditioning and learning new cheers. We've been getting ready for our football season. And we just recently got back from a UCA cheer camp at Marquette. It was a 3-day camp, and it was pretty fun. We learned so many new things, stunts, cheers, and a routine. And yeah.
Excellent, yeah, and I know that you guys do a little bit of both, like events and also you do competitive cheerleading. What's the differences between competitive cheer and cheering at events?
Cheering at events is where you stand on the sidelines and, well, you help spirit out and raise, like, cheer, you know, like,
School spirit.
Sure, go ahead and get the crowd involved.
Yeah, get them involved. And competitive cheer is where you come up with a performance, a 2-minute performance with music. You come up with stunts and tumbling and a dance and a cheer.
Yeah, you talk about coming up with cheers and stunts. Now, how do you come up with those cheers and stunts?
Well, most of them are passed down from like years before, and some are like the ones we learned at the UCA cheer camp, and yeah.
Now, what kind of rules and or guidelines do you have to follow for the different types of cheerleading that there are?
Well, we typically follow the National Federation rules and the ACA guidelines. So ACA is just standing for the American Association of Cheerleading and Coaches. So we follow those, we make sure that everything is safe, and we start with progression first, and then we work our way up to higher levels. And then the girls will put the 2 stunts or multiple stunts together as they get more advanced in their levels.
Excellent. It seems like there's so much that goes into it. And Vicki, you know, with all the stuff that you have to work on and being a captain, what do you think your favorite part of being on the cheer team is?
My favorite part is definitely being out there and at the games. I really enjoy that. Like, I get to meet new people and like make new friends. Like, yeah, getting involved with the fans is really fun. I like that.
And ladies, you know, I'm sure that there's some people watching and saying, I don't know, maybe should I go out for cheer, not going out for cheer? What would you tell those people?
I'd say definitely try it. If you're really wanting to, go for it. Don't like be like, oh no, I probably won't make the team. Like, if you show dedication and that you really want to do it, then go for it. We have like open gyms. We have one this Saturday, so if you're interested, come through our cheer open gym. We'll teach you like what we normally do during practices, and yeah.
Excellent stuff. Ladies, thanks for joining us. I'm sure we'll see you at a couple football games this summer.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics. All right, we get to talk some fall sports now as we go ahead and bring in the athletic director and head football coach over at McFarland. That's Paul Ackley. And Paul, thanks a lot for being here, and let's talk about what's coming up for the fall. How's the athletic department and the athletes getting ready for this upcoming fall season?
Yeah, we have a lot of things going on in the summertime for all of our sports, from camps to clinics to things that we run in-house, but also camps and activities that kids, athletes go to outside of the school. Many of our athletes are participating in camps here in the state, but also outside of the state, whether it's a cross-country camp or football camp or swimming activities. So our kids are very involved in that aspect. We also obviously run the camps within our school district that allows us to work with our kids. And we have a summer weight training going on that a lot of our kids are involved in. We have summer workouts that many kids are in the morning time coming to the school and starting off to get ready for their 2016 fall season.
You mentioned some of those programs that you got going on in the fall, including football and cross country and others. So what are the expectations for the teams coming up in the fall?
You know, the biggest thing we want to do in all of our sports is we want to compete at a high level. Our expectations in our athletic department are high, and we want our kids to be out in the Rock Valley Conference just competing at a high level and doing the best that they can.
How about new things that are happening in the athletic department over there?
You know, one thing that we have going on over in the athletic department is just a change in conference. We have been a 12-team conference in the past in the Rock Valley Conference, and now this year, only for football, it's going to be a 10-team conference. Palmyra Eagle and Parkview are now going into the Trailways for football, and then starting in the 17-18 school year, they will be going to the Trailways Conference for all the sports. So some transition there in our conference, which will be interesting and exciting for us.
Absolutely. And, you know, as we come up to the football season, everybody always wants to know, how's the football team going to do? What are they going to look like? Tell us then, how's that 2016 McFarland football team going to do?
You know, we're looking very much forward to the start of the season. We've been doing our 5 days of contact that the WIA allows. Our kids have worked very hard in the weight room and just done a great job in the weight room. And I think the thing I'm looking most forward to is working with the senior class. We have roughly about 15 seniors coming out for the team this year. That's a good number for a school our size. We had a great camp. We team camped with La Follette this last week and just had an outstanding time. Our seniors have provided great leadership in the weight room, at the camps, at other activities that we have going on. We have some juniors that were sophomores last year, obviously, that contributed to our teams playing on offense and defense and special teams. So I guess the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just seeing those kids grow. A lot of our current seniors played a lot last year, so we're looking for good things from them.
And I'm sure you're going to get it too. Rugged conference as always, the Rock Valley, so good luck in that. And Paul, thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car. Hey, the games of the 31st Olympiad in Rio de Janeiro just around the corner as that is approaching quickly. Opening ceremonies coming up on August 5th, and we're ready to talk some Olympics right now with the Mate Bros. We got Jordan Gerenstrom and also Sam McCulloch, who is an Olympic gymnast and competing in the games. And fellas, welcome on in. And Sam, quickly, I mean, the question has to be, what was it like for you being able to make the U.S. Olympic team for a second time? What a huge deal.
It's a great opportunity, not only because this whole process is once in a lifetime, but I get to do it twice. And, you know, the last Olympics wasn't quite as successful as we would have wanted. And, you know, it's been my life goal to, you know, make an Olympic dream come true. And so now I have another opportunity to do that, and I'm just blessed to be in this position.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that, you know, the women's gymnastics team usually grabs a lot of the spotlight as far as whenever the Olympics come around. What can we expect on the men's side and for your team?
I think what we do as a team for the U.S. is we bring a lot of heart and dedication. The girls, you know, they've got that classic American, you know, they just got good vibes about them. But us, you can see the blood, sweat, and tears ingrained into our DNA through doing this sport, and I think that passion really stands out a little bit more amongst me and my teammates.
Always love to see it. Now, Sam and Jordan, you guys are the Mate Bros. Tell everybody, you know, what is Mate Bros and what sets you guys apart from the competition?
Yeah, Mate Bros is energy for a healthy lifestyle. What we have here is a simple and clean yerba mate energy drink. It's all natural, non-carbonated, and no preservatives. So that's what sets us apart right away.
Yeah, it's great stuff. You know, I was actually introduced to yerba mate, oh boy, about 10 years ago now, and it is wonderful stuff. What makes yerba mate and Mate Bros so good as far as getting energy naturally?
Yeah, so most types of energy drinks have at least caffeine. Yerba mate has 2 additional stimulants, theobromine and theophylline, both of which elevate your mood and give you much cleaner energy.
And I drink it all the time because the lack of crash that comes along with yerba mate, where if I have coffee or any Red Bull or 5 Hour Energy, it really just, you know, picks me up really high and then drops me really fast. And the Mate Bros energy just is slow and sustained throughout the whole process.
Yeah, that's always good. Now, talk about it as far as from a business perspective. Give us an update, if you could, on distribution and growth for you.
Yeah, recently we actually had some really exciting news. We just launched on Amazon, and our initial launch came with Amazon Prime as well. So anyone can go onto Amazon.com, type in Mate Bros, and go ahead and purchase their first case. They can also use the coupon code Mate Bros and save 15%. So we're really excited. This is all, of course, in celebration of Sam making the Olympic team again. And we just want to support our co-founder as best as possible.
Yeah, making that Olympic team again, like we talked about, I mean, such a huge deal. And Sam, let's go back to Rio a little bit. Let's go back and talk some gymnastics a little bit. What are your goals personally going into the games, and then goals for the team?
For us, we kind of put the goals and results aside, and we really focus on our individual performances, because we've been doing these routines for a very long time. And the biggest goal for us is to be happy with how we perform. And the happier we are, the more successful that we will be. Because this competition, with a 3-up-3 count format in the team, and with such high pressure in the all-around competition, it really is who has the best day on that day. You can't look at stats or results from previous competitions. It's all about who has the most heart and who can really show up when it matters most, and it really levels out the playing field.
Now, you'll see it when you watch gymnastics. I mean, certain athletes will definitely, specialize in one event more than the others. What's your specialty? Why did you choose it?
For me, I've always found being a balanced all-around gymnast, so really having no weaknesses on any event has been my goal ever since I was a little kid, watching Paul Hong win the gold medal at the 2004 Olympic Games. And, watching him complete that goal and seeing the joy that it brought him and, the weight off his shoulders of saying his hard work finally paid off was what I strive to complete in my life.
Excellent stuff. Now, Jordan, you're traveling to Rio to watch Sam. What are your plans when you're down there?
Well, yeah, actually, we're going with two of our longtime good friends. And so we're going to have a good little group, and we're going to be filming some content for Mate Bros, of course. We'll be running the Snapchat account, so anyone can add us on Snapchat. The username is just, of course, Mate Bros. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. I don't want to take away from Sam's experience, of course, but we'll be doing a helicopter ride around one of the monuments down there, and we'll be doing some hang gliding as well. So definitely some good things planned, and hopefully the ball keeps rolling, more activities happen when we get down there.
Excellent stuff. Hopefully it also includes some time at the beaches. I heard the beaches in Rio are pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good time at Copacabana and Ipanema Beach. So, I mean, he's already used to the beach, though. Southern California's got those vibes, and he's going to be just at home when he gets to Rio, really.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Jordan and Sam, the Mate Bros, thank you so much for joining us. And Sam, of course, good luck as you go after your Olympic dreams. That's huge, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics.
Welcome back to the Sports News. I'm Justin Riley, filling in for Rich Reynolds. The 2016 opening ceremonies for the Olympic Games in Rio are just around the corner, and each American athlete has their own amazing story of perseverance. But imagine following two dreams at the same time. Well, before he heads to Rio as an alternate for Team USA, gymnast Donnell Wittenberg joins us from his training center in Colorado Springs, and he's sharing with us how his love for website design and technology and artistic gymnastics is all coming together. Donnell, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So good to have you with us today. It's such an honor. Congratulations on being selected as an alternate for Team USA. That must feel pretty good. Can you talk to us a little bit about what's happening with your training right now in Colorado Springs, and also what we can expect to see in Rio?
Well, training's definitely pretty hard right now. I'm actually training with 3 of the guys that will be competing on that 5-man team in Rio. So we all have the same training plan together. So we're all like one collective team out there. And I definitely can't wait to go back to Rio. It was definitely a fun time to go out there, and I can't wait to go back again to support my teammates.
And training hard right now, I imagine there's no rest for the weary at this point in the game. Let's talk about the two dreams you are currently pursuing. So with your training and competition schedule, how do you juggle being an Olympian and having an education?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a difficult task, but luckily DeVry University has flexible times for me to juggle school and gymnastics, as well as staff and faculty that make sure that I get the best possible help that I can to pursue my education, as well as make sure that I'm getting the training that I need.
Absolutely. And do you have any advice that you can give to other athletes who are pursuing dreams or are working to achieve their goals both inside and outside the classroom?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You just have to stay motivated. You have to stay driven. You have to, you got to want it. You have to want it really bad. If you want it bad enough, you'll definitely achieve it.
Yeah, motivation is the key for so many things, and I can imagine that's probably what won you those bronze medals not so long ago and what's gotten you to Team USA as an alternate. So congratulations on that again for all of your determination. Let's talk a little bit about this being your first time at the Olympic Games. Can you tell us, what are you most excited about?
I'm definitely most excited to, to be in that arena and like hear the crowd just like roar and just be super loud and just cheering everyone on. And I can't wait to go out there and watch my teammates out on the floor. I'm going to be screaming as loud as I can, to give as much support as I can.
I'm just curious, you said you were excited about hearing the crowd and how loud they're cheering for you, but I imagine gymnastics takes a great deal of concentration. Do you ever feel like that's a distraction to you, or are people pretty respectful of that while you're doing your routine?
I mean, as a gymnast, you have to learn how to adapt to noise and any type of distractions, like very loud noise. You just have to learn how to just stay in your bubble and do your job. But some people thrive off of the crowd. Like once they hear the crowd just like start screaming, it just like motivates them to do even better. So I feel like the U.S. guys, we always get loud. We love to cheer for each other because we feed off of that energy.
So it's the energy that kind of feeds your performance a little bit. That's amazing. That's awesome. So the Olympics are coming up soon, but they're going to be over and done with before we know it. What are your plans for after the Olympics are over?
Well, after the games are over, I'm definitely going to stick with DeVry University and, pursue my degree in web graphic design, and as well as, continue to train for the 2020 Olympic Games.
And I think that's awesome that you're continuing. You're already thinking for 2020. And also, for those of you viewers who don't know your backstory, I think your mother was the one that encouraged you to continue with your education, even though you're pursuing a sort of a career in athletics right now, because people's athletic careers don't last forever, and so you want to have something that you can do after you're done with your athletic career.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She said, my mom told me as soon as I'm finished with gymnastics, I need something to fall back on, and having DeVry here to help me with that is with my post-athletic career, is going to help out a lot.
Awesome. And before we go real quick, can you tell viewers where they can go to find more information about DeVry University or anything else that we've talked about today?
You guys can check out devry.edu/TeamUSA for more info on me and other athletes as well.
Awesome. Well, Donnell Wittenberg, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an honor talking with you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks to all of our guests here on the Sports News today. Also, a big thanks as well to Rick and the boys over at the Red Zone on Regent Street. You can check them out online at redzonemadison.com. And a big thank you as well to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics. We'll see you next time on the Sports News right here on Channel 57 Sports.